This is based on a true story. Hollywood style, filled with horror, drama, and hopefully some mojo laughing. It's Friday afternoon on a winter night. It's -20, and you finish work. What do you want to do? You want to go home. And as I get home, my lovely wedded wife, her name is Shelley, comes to my greeting with a lettuce and a knife in her hand. And she says, we're gonna have barbecue and your favorite salad, Caesar salad. That's precious. I said, am I going to barbecue? She said, nope, you're tired. You go get yourself a drink and just let the barbecue if you want. I just changed the propane. Go ahead and let it warm up and I will come and do the barbecue. Okay, I go watch she bossed me around and lit the barbecue, and as I'm standing there, I'm looking. I smell gas. She must have not tightened the hose properly. As I reach to tighten it, some voice says, not a good idea. That was the wizard. But too late, I already loosened it. Then I hear this hissing noise, and poof, the fire hits my face and knocks me on my knees. And for a couple of seconds, I'm thinking, well, what the heck just happened? And I look up, oh no, the barbecue is on fire. So I'm now on fight or fly mode. Mm-hmm. One foot says run, one foot says no, do something about it. So I'm doing this fire battle dancing. Oh my God, what I'm doing. Pause it here. Shelley's in the kitchen and she's thinking, what is this hissing noise and this tap on the deck? She comes with the lettuce and the knife in her hand. She looks, she freezes and looks at me. I'm like an idiot. Don't worry, honey, I'll do something about it. Then she clicks. It's a fire, and that's propane. So she runs toward the door. Run, it's going to blow up. With my own eyes, I saw that the knife and the lettuce disappeared, and the coreless foam appeared in her hands. Now the fire, I'm still here. I have to do something. Do I shut the valve? No, that's too much fire. Do I just hug it and throw it into the courtyard? At least the house doesn't get blown up. Don't be stupid. The wizard son comes again. He has a point, he's a wizard. We have a fire extinguisher in the kitchen. I go to the pantry and I'm trying to, very civilized, trying to dismount it. It doesn't work. Barbarically, I pull it from the drywall and pull the nozzle. Fire is out. Shelley from the outside peeks in. Are you okay? I said, yeah, fire is out, you can come in. She comes in. Of course, the propane is still hissing. And I go turn off the valve, I burn my finger. I know that I'm in trouble. I made a mess of the deck. The barbecue is useless now. And I burned my finger. I know that I'm in trouble. I burned my finger. That's my way out. Precious. So I go, oh, I burned my finger. She comes and says, let's put some ointment on. Take me to the bathroom and she put some ointment and she says, do you smell something burning? I said, no. She looks at me. She just cannot stop laughing. She leaves the bathroom. I look at the mirror and I see eyelashes gone, eyebrows half gone, and this bald, what do you think I'm bald? I don't think I'm handsome. That was the barbecue. Anyway, that night the barbecue was out the door. We were tired. It was too much excitement. We went to bed. All night we were shivering. It was quite a shock, wasn't it? In the morning, we wake up, we come down. Magically, I see the lettuce and the knife on the stairs. And as we walk down, we found out why we were shivering. The front door and the screen door both wide open. -20, -25, freezing, Godzilla. Anyway, I was going to keep, I did that speech before, I called it Sir BBQ Man. I was going to keep it, but then unfortunately Queen passed away. So I couldn't be a Sarah. I changed it to Lord of the Ring. I demoted myself to live with wizards and hobbits. By the way, that day I had to go a barbecue and a new propane. This was what my father-in-law gave me as my gift. And Shelly has a message for you. If Lord of the Barbecue shows at your door, do not let him get close to your barbecue. Hide that precious. Mr. Toastmaster.
Lisa will be evaluating Masoud's speech.
Let me reintroduce myself. I am Lady of the Barbecue. And so I will be using the acronym BBQ to give you some feedback on your speech. First B is for best. What did I like best? I think you can all agree with me that when Masoud comes up here, he is such a fun and amazing storyteller. I love listening to him. He's enthusiastic. He really gets into it. You do that very well. Keep sharing your stories. Another thing that I love about Masoud's style is that he has wit and humor, and he can think on his feet. He can put that word of the day in there. It shows that he has his mojo on. And I really appreciated for this speech that you brought in that imagery of the Lord of the Rings. And you used that theme and the anchor of precious. And speaking of precious, I hope you all appreciated how Masoud, like this, you could tell this was his barbecue. And he's fiddling with the hoses and everything. And the house was over here because he goes running into the house. His gestures enhanced his speech to make the humor come out. And part of it we were laughing at just the whole experience, but you know, when you're, I could just imagine your eyebrows disappearing and you know, and the burntness and everything that happened. The second B is for better. How could you make this speech even better? I have 3 ideas. One of them was the staging. This was the barbecue, that was the house, and you ran towards the house. I'm wondering though, when Shelly came out to check on you, you were here. I'm wondering if Shelly was coming from the house, if it could have been a little bit more stage left on this side. Another suggestion, I'm going to encourage you to push your vocal variety even more. When the wizard spoke and that voice, right, it could be a really deep voice or something ominous, like you could push that a little more. And same with, honey, are you okay? Like go to that falsetto, like even though she doesn't sound like that, you can pretend she does so that we can really get into imagining your wife. The third thing for making it better, the structure. I'm wondering if there's a way at the beginning to hint at where you're going to take the audience in this speech. Like I had no idea, other than it was going to be a fun speech, where it was going. And you could use that imagery of Lord of the Rings to hint at an epic adventure. Or the day the barbecue fought back. Or something like that. And finally, the cue. I had to kind of play with this one, and I said unique. That's the cue. You bring your uniqueness to this, the Lord of the Rings connection. I'm going to be honest. I saw Lord of the Barbecue. I thought, okay, like that's a step up from Sir Barbecue. And even when you did My Precious, I didn't clue in that it was Lord of the Rings yet until a little later on. I'm wondering with your opening graphic if you could have photoshopped or something to really give it that epic Lord of the Rings, to really tie in that connection and that imagery. And with that, the lady of the barbecue bids you adieu.
Thank you.